This is going to be fun talking about this. So, I wanted to come and talk to you guys real quick, and this will be real quick. I have a weather prediction, is what I have for the South, in particular for Georgia, Florida, Alabama, in particular. A lot of these southern states. Let me tell you what's getting ready to happen. It is about to be very cold every winter and very snowy down here. That weather change is now. It's not, I was just talking to somebody, a brother at the store, and he was saying, yeah, but it ain't gonna, we got to talking about my plans to move back to Kansas City, and how my husband doesn't want to do it because of the cold. And he said, yeah, but it ain't gonna snow in Georgia for another 2 or 3 years. I said, I hate to break it to you, but it's going to be a trend that in both the state of Georgia and Florida, it is going to continue to be icy cold. Okay. Now it's very ironic how hubby doesn't want to live in KC because of the snow. And he even mentioned the state of Florida. Well, guess what? The state of Florida is going to be very cold every winter and snowy. And it will snow down here again, but it probably won't be until this holiday season coming up for like Yule time and stuff like that. But it's going to start snowing in both the states of Georgia and Florida, as well as having extreme cold temperatures. Now, here's my thing about it. Why? This is the point that I want to make. I don't like living in the South. It's not that I hate everybody here. It's not that. It's just that it's far too oppressive for me. It is. It's, and then also I ran into some of the most racist, disgusting, diabolical people who, are want me to die just because they're jealous of me. Very, very jealous. So because I'm a very comely and very attractive Black woman, these so-called beautiful women hate me and are trying to support a person who is a loser in attacking me and my family because I'm Black. So I kind of luck of the draw, right? Ran into the most racist people ever. But I still believe that aside from that, I think that the only thing that they did was made sure that I stayed here a little bit longer to meet my husband. Otherwise, I would have went right back. So everything that they did backfired and was transmuted into something positive for me because I met that beautiful man finally after almost 10 years here. Now, it is very oppressive in the South. I don't understand why Black people are dead set on living in a place that is so oppressive, abundantly oppressive. See, my hometown is not like that. Even though there was some off-putting behaviors coming from some people from my hometown, it's not like that there. It's So very, very different. It's so very, very different. Why is it that Black people are willing to stay in a place of misery just because of the weather? Well, guess what? The weather will no longer be a reason for you because it's going to snow. It's going to snow. It's going to be cold. So now what? Now what? Okay. Now what? Now what's your excuse for wanting to be here? Listen, I love the Black peoples down here that I like, the people that I like. I love them and I'm there for them. But the people in the South, which includes some Black people who are obviously possessed. Because what's wrong with you? Why you hate yourself so much as a Black person? Why do you hate yourself so much as a Black person that you can't love your kids, you can't do right, you can't get it right, you can't wake up? What's wrong with you? Right? I have no idea. I know that I've been down here for almost 10 years, and there's a real nasty negative spirit that literally, and I believe that I'm going to have to stick a pin in that black candle over there. I believe that it wants to try to make me like that. No, I'll never be that way. I'll never be that way. And I'm protected by Satan. So you can't make me that way. You can't make me hate myself. Yeah, I'm a Missourian. I'm from the Mizzou. You dealing with somebody from the show me state. Okay, I'm a Missourian. And I can promise you that the South hits so much differently, especially when it comes to things like race relations. There are still people in the South that hate Black people with a purple passion, and they hide behind sucking off Black men, but in reality, they have nothing but hatred for Black people, right? I don't want to be here anymore, and I won't be here very soon. But what I want to ask a lot of you Black people is, why do you insist on living in the South just because of the weather? The weather isn't even that good here. It's awful when it comes to allergies. The allergies are horrible here. Half of y'all got pollen-induced asthma. Half of y'all got asthma because of the pollen. I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. You know, I think that what makes it not beautiful is the disgusting nature of some people down here in the South who tend to look at Black people like puppies. I don't like that. Okay. I don't. As a Black woman, I do not feel that I am beneath anybody. No, I don't. I don't, and I won't kiss anybody's ass either. I don't kiss ass. I treat everybody the same. I treat everyone the same. I treat Black people with respect, and I treat white people with respect, and I expect the same in return. Okay? Even with the housing. I remember I lived in this house in Kansas City, Missouri, and I was tickled pink about this house. It had all hardwood floors. I was renting. And I moved in around the summertime. Come to find out, when the wintertime hit, the little laundry room that was off of the kitchen, like the laundry room was on the first floor of the house. It was an older house, but the laundry room was on the first floor of the house. It was towards the back. That laundry room got so icy cold, like it just made the whole house cold. Guess what? The landlord moved me and my family to a totally different house. Quick. As soon as they found out that that was happening. So the housing is different down here, because the landlords, for some reason, especially if you're Black, they don't give a damn about you. I mean, and I'm talking about, and the landlord that I just dealt with, that I'm taking to court, that just almost tried to ruin my life, basically, lives in California. So it's a lot of people that will buy houses down here for cheap, move people into them, and fuck them over completely. When you are renting a home, you still matter because you're investing your money to rent that home. But for some reason in the South, in particular in Alabama, ooh, it's a housing crisis in Alabama. Slumlord crisis. You go to KC Mall, you're not going to run into that. It's been more people whose lives have been ruined because of landlords down here. Dreams shattered. Dreams shattered because of bad landlords disrespecting people based upon their race or their sex, their gender. It's a lot of that. Where I'm at now is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool beans right here. I wish that I'd have found this place previously, previously to now, and this is just temporary, we're leaving, but previously to now, I was living in the DeKalb County area. I lived in Decatur for a little while, and all the Black people around there was just beautiful. They were beautiful. They were absolutely beautiful. Okay. I couldn't have asked for better neighbors. Hey, Marvin, 11 inches, Washington. Hello. Hello, hello there, Mr. 11 inches. And then I also lived in Gwinnett County, where the courts just seem to not want to listen to you because you're Black and you don't have an attorney. Oh, I love you too, sweetie. I love you too. That's so sweet. Yeah. And here's the thing about it. I didn't move down here to advance my career. Living in Atlanta is not going to make my career more. In fact, a few of the Black people that I don't get along with down here tried to make it seem like the Kansas City area is just broke and poor. And it's like, no, actually, that's not the truth. There's neighborhoods that are lower economic, and then there's neighborhoods that are higher economically, just like every other place. It's just smaller. I can't wait to get back home. Oh my God, I can't wait to get back to the Midwest. Ooh. I can't wait to get back to that Gates barbecue. I'm tired of Sweet Baby Ray's. In fact, I refuse to eat Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Ugh. I hate Sweet Baby Ray's. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm moving back, and my husband is coming with me. I'm going to turn him into a snowman. He's going to be a snowman. He's going to have his big old, he's going to have his Timbs, his Timberlands on, his jacket. It's only cold, like maybe, 2 to 3 months out of the year. They have climate changes, like it'll be cold in the winter, coming up around September, it starts getting a little brisk. And then when you go towards October, it's kind of rainy, a little damp, cold, a little bit. But once you get into November, December, January, and then even in February, December, January, you might get some snow and some ice. Okay. But then when you come up on February, March, that's when you get spring, and then you get summertime. And I think his allergies are going to get better too, because I think he suffers from allergy. Yeah, he coming with me. He don't have a choice. He does not, he don't realize he don't have no choice, and he's gonna love it there. He's gonna absolutely love it, and he's gonna thank me one day for forcing him to go. Because a lot of the stuff that happens down here and the energy, it hurts. It hurts bad. And yeah, Missouri, according to the reputation of Missouri, was the last state to free the slaves. However, it is not racist down there, and there's not people who, there's like literally nobody in Kansas City except for maybe your own crazy ass family members, maybe possibly if you got a crazy ass family. But there's literally like nobody in Kansas City that's going to stop everything that they're doing to stalk you for 10 years just because you're Black. It may be other reasons, or trying to sacrifice you, or trying to feed you to the alligators and stuff like that. Like, it's quite disturbing. And then, it just is kind of like, wow, what did I step into? It's terrible. And, I was just thinking about some of my old friends there. And I wanted to come on here and tell this story because I know my husband would be turned on by it. I think he's kind of turned on a little bit by girl on girl action. Anyway, I would never have that kind of relationship with him. But yeah, no, because he's mine. But one of my friends that I was very close with, she's a white lady, right? And she was one of my white friends down there, and she named her child after me, basically. Like, I'm not going to say her name, but like, no, not me and Tiffany. No, this is this lady that I'm talking about is a totally different person. I'm not going to say her name, but I have, yeah, believe it or not, I have a lot of Black and white friends down in Kansas City. She wasn't the only one. I just think that she was the one that got the most attention because she used to be out in social media doing what she was doing, and then also a lot of the people, that we was dealing with. But no, not Tiffany. Tiffany didn't name any of her children after me. This child actually is like named for me. That's how close me and my friend was. And she was such a cool person to hang around, just like Tip Tap. But I remember us sitting around. She had an old record player, one of them big record players. This was when I was about 13 years old. And she was a few years older than me. I'm not gonna tell the story. I'm not, because I don't feel like it. But okay, I'll tell the story. Because y'all don't know who she, well, maybe y'all might be able to figure it out. I'm not going to tell the story. I'm not. Okay. Yeah, like I know a lot of people in Kansas City. I'm so ready to go home. I am so ready to go home. Oh my God. I feel like there's an oppressive spirit that's just trying to keep me here, and I don't like it. Mm-mm. Let my people go. Nothing's holding me back. I'm just, it's some things that we're taking care of. No, it's not Kat. I've never met Kat, Stephen. I've never met Kat in person. Okay. If I did meet her in person, I don't remember, but I honestly have never met Kat. And trust me, if I met her, I would remember her. And Phoenix, I didn't meet her until I came down here to the South. I have no idea how Phoenix looks naked. I have no idea. Hey, Stefan. I have utterly no idea. All right, I'll tell y'all a little bit of the story. I just remember some old memories of it's funny because there's two of my old friends that I took a shower with, and she had these huge like her boobs or just were huge, and she kind of, I played with them in the bathtub with her, one night, and we was chilling together or whatever. Oh goodness gracious. Yeah, them was some fun times. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not bisexual. That was just an experience. A lot of people want to say, oh, well, no, I'm not bisexual. It's, What's pocket pool? I've never heard of that. Is that some kind of game on your phone? Yeah, I'm definitely not into women like that. I just remember that happening, and, you know, it was kind of like real random. It was very random that happened. Yeah, so Really? Oh my goodness. Are you serious right now? Marvin, 11 inches. Why do you remind me of my significant other so much? Oh, that sounds good. But why do you remind me of my significant other so much? You do. Yeah, he's gonna have to I know I'm gonna feel so good when I get back home too. Oh my goodness. George is cool though. It's just that it's got to be some distance between. Oh my goodness. Oh, stop, Marvin. 11 inches, Washington. Stop it. You bet not be him trolling me. You bet not be him. I don't really think that's definitely not his style. You were so funny. He did ask me one day. I'm not gonna start talking about him. I know I miss his ass. I know he better hurry up and get his ass back. That's what I do know. Oh, shit. Get your ass back here and hurry up. Come on with it. Yeah. So anyway, I've been you know what? My significant other, he actually made my oral fixation worse. It's like I'm always doing something and moving my mouth and stuff, and I'm just like going crazy without his ass. I be sometimes I be slobbering and stuff, and it just wow, like ever since him, and I'm not gonna say why. I'm not gonna start giving like details about him. All I can tell you is that it's beautiful. It's beautiful and smooth and huge. And it belongs to me. And I don't care what he was doing beforehand. The moment that I couldn't believe it. I said, you better pull them pants back up. I said, what is that? I said, what in the world is that? I said, my eyes got big. I said, that's too big. I said, what? I said, that's so big. I said, oh my God. He had this proud look on his face and everything. Oh, goodness. I liked him a lot before that, though. I had already decided that I was in love with him before that. Like, I literally fell in love with him before that. But then the first time I saw it, and we had sexual intercourse, it got definitely intensified. Hmm? Did the guy who talks to robots ever make you say that? No, I refuse to compare them to. There is no comparison. Yeah. um, I am not. Why would I want to think about that crusty thing? Oh goodness. Don't worry about where he at, Butterbean. Don't worry about it. Pretty soon he gonna be living with us. Pretty soon. Y'all are so funny. No, it doesn't, and I wouldn't even compare it. I wasn't even thinking about it. Like that's what's so crazy about you bringing that up is that was the furthest thing from my mind. I should get his name tattooed on my neck. I don't do neck tattoos, but I tell you what, I will get it tattooed on my lower back. I will do that. Yep. I just got to be in a position where I'm feeling 100% because I already know that getting that back tattoo is gonna be difficult. You know what I mean? You right, Colonial Captain, Surgeon, Uncle, Cousin, Big Daddy. Yeah, I think that you're right about that. Let me see his other chats. Let me look up. Yep, that's him. And I don't know why he's saying, yes, I knew she wasn't the only female. He seems to think, like in the back of his head, that there's a chance for him, though. He really wants that chance. And y'all know it ain't happening. Mm-mm. I like scary movies. I don't like roller coasters, though. I don't like roller coasters at all. I like to feel real safe. I'm a Cancer. Cancer women and most women of every zodiac sign like to feel safe. I don't ever that's just like that. I mean, I would play a little bit of 50 Shades of Grey with Pooh Bear. I would play that with him a little bit. Because would I but like I completely canceled that stuff because some people use it as an excuse to be abusive. So, but no, I would absolutely never, ever, ever go back down that road again. And I made that decision on July the 31st, 2024. And I ain't never looked back. And I would never. Yeah. Mm-mm. And guess what, y'all? So when I had dropped all that weight, I had putt butt, and it was scary. It was scary. It's filling out. It is. It's filling out because I've been eating lots of milk and cornbread and things of that nature. Yeah. So I've been eating. And so everything is filling out now. You know what I'm saying? And that makes me feel really good because Pooh Bear, he likes not I don't not meat on the bones, but like I don't, you know what I'm saying? But I think that it was difficult because during that time I literally like my body went through some changes. It was going through some changes. It was. So I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like, wow, what the hell is going on? Like I didn't even recognize it myself. I was like, who are you? And it was so bad that I had to show my significant other pictures of me from just a year prior. You know what I'm saying? Because, I was real open with him, and you know, I shared with him a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it didn't stop him though from making love to me. I guess it was good enough, but yeah. So anyway, I'm starting to fill out a whole lot because I honestly believe that why was I literally deteriorating? I have no idea. It's so weird. It was a little bit of a stressful time. It really was. Mhm. Oh, that sound good. Man, y'all should see that beautiful cake that I got down there though. I was looking at it earlier. Why would it be difficult? I've had a lower back tattoo for like the past 20 years. I remember I had the butterflies, and then I made the mistake of getting the other thing tattooed above that. So um I would have to get that one removed first. I would have to get it removed. It's gonna have to go. It's gonna have to get lasered off. And then the other two, I honestly, why did I get it? I think I honestly did it. I don't want to say that I did it to prove something, but at that time, I think that since he couldn't make me feel secure at all, I think that I did it to feel more secure, if that makes any sense. And then plus he has the same name as one of my favorite archangels, which is Saint Michael. So that's more of the reason why I was willing to do it, but I was tripping. I really was. And my significant other did see it, and he was just like, but it's just a tattoo. They can be removed and altered. So, but I definitely would get this one removed, wait a couple of months and just plaster his name. But I want to marry him. Like I actually would. The thing of it is that people want to act like, oh, tattoos are so permanent. No, it's not. Tattoos are not permanent. It's gonna cost me more money to get it removed, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna be permanent in my life, buddy. I don't know why I did that. It was a stupid decision. We all make stupid decisions in life sometimes. That doesn't mean that we have to suffer the rest of our lives because of it. Because I didn't do nothing but suffer, you know. It was a lot of suffrage. It was just like dealing with somebody that hates you. That's the only way I can describe it. Why y'all coming here bringing him up anyway? I was talking about some good stuff, me. Y'all, where did Marvin 11 inches go? He done left. Come back, Marvin 11 inches, Washington. Come back. Come back. Even though I don't believe you're my significant other, I don't think you would troll me like that. He would not troll me like that, but you know, you never know. Oh, goodness. The unknown caller then started calling. Now he's going to call more. Yeah. So, anyway, that's some serious. Oh, my God. You know, it just was like, really crazy. Really was. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, he's coming back with me. And, you know, he's going to be happy. He's not going to have to deal with this oppressive energy anymore. And he's going to be able to breathe. Because I noticed that a lot of people in the South be like, I can't breathe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be good for him to get away. It will. It'll be good for him to get away. Okay? Seriously. Because I'm telling y'all, I even kind of feel like they purposely try to oppress magic, and that's so ridiculous. And then they'll say praise Jesus, but wasn't Jesus a magician? I just can't understand it. Whatever. I remember when I was staying when we were at the extended stay, and it was just like this huge ass deal. Like, it was just like, why? Mm, mm, mm. I burned a whole bunch of sage one day, like a whole bunch. Okay. Like, if you burn 6 white sage sticks, you're going to clear up so much. So I'm over there burning and burning it, and it's like literally so much smoke. Like, it's just real smoky, just like a big cloud of smoke. And somebody decided to come over and harass me about it. Like, what are you doing? Cleansing the air, like helping people, protecting people, healing people. Because we had 2 major events. One of them was that hurricane that literally tore up the county next to us. And then there was also that explosion that put a lot of black smut in the air. And I can't remember it's not smut, because smut, y'all know how y'all say the word smut. I can't remember exactly what they called it, schmog or something. And so I'm out there after that explosion, and I'm burning the sage, and people are like, what are you doing with that? The next day, you know, the owner of that restaurant over there, he's like, what are you doing? Like, you're going to catch something on fire. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I have a fire pit. And I believe he may have been the one that stole my fire pit. And, you know, I'm like, do you want to breathe in toxic chemicals? I have never seen more people that want self-destruction for themselves as some of the people down here. But Pooh Bear, I don't care what he does. I don't care. Like when I see the fact that I could literally see, if I were to ever see him going towards self-destruction, I would yank his ass out of that. Like, seriously. Not gonna just sit up here and let anything happen to him. You know what I'm saying? Because I was mad at him a few weeks ago, but just because I was mad at him doesn't mean that I would ever want anything to happen to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I was mad, I was still protecting him. So, like, when I look at all of the people that are self-destructive, I'm like, what is wrong with it? And me and him are so much alike. It's scary that, you know, how much alike we are. I'm not gonna get into detail, whatever, like with everything, but we're very, very similar to each other, except for the spiritual beliefs. But I have to corrupt him for his own good too. In some cases, corruption is good. In some cases, seriously. I was like, speaking of which, I was looking at that video of that guy over in Florida, and y'all know the one that the police, they had to take him down. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. Okay. But he's pointing up to the sky and he's saying Yahweh, and like, I was thinking about, if that was somebody that I love, I would be extremely heartbroken for that to happen to a person. What are you doing? What? And he had just gotten out of prison. And I made a video about it, and most people was just like, well, it's just another nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh my God, like, I gotta get out of here. I can't be here. I can't be here. I can't. And then plus, again, marijuana is legal in Kansas City, Missouri. It's the exclusive spot to be in. I don't understand why Georgia, I don't think Georgia is ever going to legalize marijuana, ever. I just don't think they're going to do it. Okay? Like, I don't see it happening no time soon. Okay? But I kind of miss being over there in Gwinnett County, where, and my significant other argued with me about that. He was like, that water's not coming from Lake Lanier. I was like, I do not argue with that man. I was like, okay, babe. He was like, no, it's not. But I did read, if you Google it, you will see that that parts of Atlanta and Gwinnett County, the water supply comes from Lake Lanier. Okay. That water at Lake Lanier is so sacred, just the water coming out of the faucet, because it's filled with ancestral energy, right? And so I'm gonna have to call on the ancestors to get me up out of here, to get us all up out of here, because it's almost like a trap. It just, and you know, one of my loved ones even said it correctly. She said, it's like you in the twilight zone or something down there. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all just don't know what I'm going through every single day. Every single day, I'm throwing out smoke there to protect my kids back in KC Mo. It's so, oh my God. Mm-mm. I gotta leave this place. I do. I gotta leave this place. Way too oppressive to black people specifically. You know what I'm saying? It is. And so black people, when it starts snowing down here and being very cold, then what's your reason for being here in a place that to me is very, very oppressive? Okay. I'm not saying that every person down here is racist or prejudiced. I'm not saying that, but it just, yeah. And I pray to the gods, Mars, Aries, Vulcan, Father Odin, Venus, Aphrodite, Zeus, that we make it up out of here. Because I'm sorry, it's not a vibe for me. That whole, and then even with my spiritual name being Wildflower, it's like I feel like a caged lion ness is what I feel. And it's not that I'm gonna do something drastic, it's just living life. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like once I touch down at home, it's just gonna mm, can't wait. I can't I really cannot wait. You know what I mean? So, and it's going to happen. It is, and if in and I know for a fact that um hubby won't try to stop me, but he was like, I'm not going there. I was like, yes, you are. You are going there. You have no choice but to go to Casey Mo with me. And you're gonna be safe and you're gonna live until you're a very old man. Happy and healthy. Okay? And we lived happily ever after. And that's where that story is gonna be. Okay. And anybody that tries to stop that, I feel sorry for you because I got my Mars on fleek. That Mars and that sun and that moon, don't play with it. Don't even play with it. Don't do it. You know what I mean? Mm-mm. Because you can very easily come down here to Georgia and literally become a statistic. That is scary. And it seems like your own people are trying to push you towards that. And with what's happening right now with the economy, a lot of folks that's doing stuff like that, don't play around with it, man. And see, I know how to get it. I know how to manifest some money. Oh, I can't wait till I get back home. My rituals are gonna be so on fleek, totally like, oh my God. Yeah. And Spirit already done told me. They told me, they said somebody's trying to stop you from leaving, and we got that covered. Okay. For the safety and the protection of the man that you love, he's going to come with you. Nobody's going to stop that from happening. You're going to be okay. Sometimes people just need a little push. Okay. That's and then they find out this was the best thing for me. And it's refreshing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take him to Gates Barbecue. He's gonna love it. It'll be great for him. And I know the children, of course, they're coming, of course, but it's yeah, it's bad down here, man. It really is. And yeah, I don't, because I'm a very respectful, I'm a very cultured person. I treat everybody with respect and kindness. And I think that discriminating against someone based upon their race is absolutely disgusting. I don't like it. And I'm not going to justify racism by some of the Black people in social media that I don't like them. Okay, but you're not gonna like everybody from your race, obviously, and you're not gonna like their behavior. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna change my mind and start looking at everybody like that. Like, no. And we're gonna find a nice little spot in seclusion. That's where I want to be. I like secluded areas. I don't like neighborhoods. I don't like that. I need to be somewhere out somewhere. And that's exactly what is going to happen. Okay. By one of the few lakes. The one thing about Georgia that is amazing, though, is all of these lakes down here. It is so many lakes in Georgia. It's like, y'all, oh my God, this place is filled with lakes, just lake here, lake there, so many different water reservoirs here, just beautiful land and stuff. But uh they got lakes in Missouri too. You know what I'm saying? So, they even got a couple of beaches per se. Like, y'all know that I've never been to the ocean. I have never been to the ocean. Like, I haven't, and it's not it's not a terrible big deal to me. You know what I'm saying? People be like, "Oh my God, no, I haven't. Maybe one day I will." But and it's I was already feeling oppression coming from family, like my uncles who are, but they not messing with me because I'm just, if they thought I was a hellion before, oh my God, they just, and I don't talk to them anymore. But I already felt oppressed, but then to come down here and to feel even more oppressed, I have a, what do I want to say, like I've got it hidden in a spot, like the rage of being oppressed and people literally targeting me. And of course I'll let my husband have you know power over me, not in that way though to where it's oppressive, otherwise I wouldn't love him the way that I do. But the weirdness, like we're gonna be in a group and it feels like you're on some eyes wide shut type of shit. I'm gonna curse all those people. I'm gonna curse all those people because especially where I found myself, where I found my north, especially when it comes to men and the man in my life, is to where I'm his exclusively and that's it. And I don't want anybody else in the middle of that. And so, the whole threesome thing and stuff like that, I'm not into that. I've had that experience, and I can tell you that my baby daddy, it ended up breaking his heart. And I hope that my baby daddy is passed on, right? When I think back at that time, you know, that I feel bad because of what happened. You know what I'm saying? But then again, he was the man of the relationship. So, but it was so weird. But when I think back at that time, I really feel that a lot of the years of my life, and I don't feel it, I know it. And a lot of people just don't realize how much mind control they're under. You know what I'm saying? How much, I mean, it's there. It's just that a lot of people just don't see it. And, you know, the time where um, I was pregnant with Jacob, you know, I think well, that wasn't my best pregnancy, but the vibe and the energy that I got from Jacob just as a fetus and a baby was just, it was so peaceful. That's how I know that my child has to be protected, and I will protect him with my fucking life. Okay? Because it was such a joyous time in life, and then raising him. And it's not to say that my other children were not that, because I felt that way about all of my children, but it's just something about um that pregnancy with him. And I think it was because he was my rainbow baby, which is the baby that you get pregnant with after you have a pregnancy loss. And so I think that intensified the whole situation. And to go through a pregnancy loss and to have a bunch of, I'm sorry guys, let me jump off camera, to have a bunch of people that literally have no idea about life attack me. I don't want to say it didn't hurt me, but it just opened my eyes to the evil, the next level evil and hatred in this world. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like I still feel lucky because God has taught me so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I only went through those experiences so that not only God could let me know, or the gods could let me know that they're real, but then also for me to really discover my true inner power. However, I'm not going to be putting up with that crap. I'm not. And you're not going to take love away from me, and you're not going to isolate me, and you don't determine my legacy. You're not going to create my destiny for me or my children. That's all I know. And I feel like for some reason, because of the hatred of the South and the colorism and the racism, I feel like I was picked. And the reason why I was picked for that, which they picked the wrong person, because they'll never pick another one again. If they lucky, they'll be able to pick their mouth up off their jaw off the damn ground, because that's some evil shit. That's some evil shit right there. That's, oh my God. And eventually I'll be able to stop thinking about it, because that's how I am. If it's something I don't like, I don't think about it. Anyway, y'all, I've rambled for long enough. Y'all have a happy new moon. Somebody coming in social media talking about da can't change it. You can't change it just because you come to social media to talk about da. Okay? Come on here and talk about da. The only thing you're gonna do is put da in your own mouth. That's all I got to say, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? I know that for me, what my goal is to honestly, I may seem like a harsh person or whatever, but like my goal is to make sure that love wins and never hate. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway. All right, y'all. Y'all have a happy new moon. I will see y'all later. Okay. All right. Black people, quit staying in the South because of the weather, because it's going to be snowing and icing. And y'all, mm-mm. Life should not be a battle. Life is supposed to be easy and breezy. Life is supposed to be life. Supposed to have a good life filled with joy and peace, and your mental, emotional um, status is supposed to stay level. You're not supposed to be up and down and on a roller coaster. Okay, just remember that. People that are used to that, I guess I suppose that's the one thing that my parents did for me, because I know that they both were Virgos. I grew up in a very quiet and just, even though my father, he had his problems, he was never loud, obnoxious, or evil. So gave me a new appreciation for my folks. I know that much. But all right, y'all. Blessings. Bye.